Part 3, it says graph functions using reflections about the x-axis or y-axis, okay? So with part 3, we are now going to have negative a and b values, okay? And how do they affect our graph? So let's talk about what it does. When your a is negative, that's a reflection about the x-axis, okay? When you have a negative outside, a negative a, that means you're multiplying all of your y values negative. So you're making all your y values. Okay, so that's affecting the signs of your y. When your b is negative, that means I'm inside with the x. That's going to be a reflection about the y-axis, which means I'm multiplying all of my x values by negative. Okay, it's always the opposite. So it's going to reflect across the x-axis, but you're multiplying your y's. It's going to reflect about the y-axis, but you're multiplying your x's. Okay. All right. So I'm going to kind of go quickly with the table, just as for the fact that I may actually not do the table. No, I will, just so you can see it. So we still have -5, -3, -1, 0, 1, 3, and 5, right? And these values are still going to be 0, -5, +5, 3, 1, 2, and -3. Because this says right here, negative f of x, that means negative f of x tells me that I'm multiplying all of my y's by a negative. So it's going to be 0, +5, -5, -3, -1, -2, +3. So I'm using my original x's, but I have my new y's. So for example, I'm going to be at -5, 0. Still going to be there. Next, I'm going to be at -3, 5. So now I'm at -3, and I'm up here at +5. I'm here at -1, -5. So at -1, I'm now down here at -5. I'm at 0, -3, still the same. I'm at 1, -1. I'm at 3, -2. And I'm at 5, +3. Oh, I put my 3 in the wrong spot. Yes, I wrote -3 and I put it in +3. Thank you, Grace. And then I'm at 5, 3. So now when I graph it, I went the wrong way. So again, pretend that Miss Jones is drawing the best straight lines you've ever seen. Yes, you guys did do transformations now as one. Okay, notice how it reflected over the x-axis. Okay, how do we feel about a reflection? Okay, I would like for you to do the same thing on your own with 4B. Just reminding you that I would go ahead and make this my x and my y. So writing your originals, and then in the middle, you're changing your x's because it says f of -x. So f of -x means that you're multiplying your x's by a negative. Does that make sense? Okay, so then your new points would be based off of this column and that column. So I'm going to leave you to reflect over that one on your own. So putting it all together, summary and application. This is what it could look like when you have all of your terms in place, your A, your B, your H, and your K, because there can be multiple transformations in an equation. Okay, here's your little cheat sheet to study, to work on, to memorize how each transformation affects the function. So if I have a function plus a term, plus an expression, but a number, what is it doing? It's causing it to go up and down. What does that mean? I'm doing mathematically to my table. Okay, I have a term plus plus or minus C. What does it cause me to do? Go left or right. And it tells me what I'm doing mathematically to my table. Okay. So this is going to summarize everything that we just did and how it impacts the graph and what it describes, how it impacts the graph and how it impacts the point. Okay. So, yeah, we'll stop there.